I'm happy to see you all here. I'm an elderly, as you see, and as a mother, and as a grandmother, and as a great-grandmother. First of all, I want to thank to each and every one of you that made it possible for me to be here. As a mother, I come here with tears in my eyes because, as I say, I'm a mother and a grandmother, great-grandmother. Because of Mother Earth, I've been around for a little over 3/4 of a year, a century, I meant. And I've seen a lot of changes in this time. I've had great uncles and my father that talked to me since I was very little. These are the only prophecies that I know that was handed down to them through their grandfathers way back. And I was told that in the future there were really bad things coming, and you will live to see it, I was told. And I'm afraid I have been around too long now. I've been seeing a lot of changes, not only in our people, but our environment. When I was a little girl, I grew up in a country home. I went to a country school, too. In that time, we had our well. It was a clean water. We had no electricity and no plumbing in the house. My folks took care of the water, our well. They made sure that we didn't waste that water. My father said, "This is your life. The water is your life. Don't waste it. Don't play with it. Take care of it." And we lived in a wooded area. There's pine trees. It was a beautiful place. And he told us too about the wood. He even watched the wood, the kinds of wood that we should use for firewood, the kinds of wood we should preserve. These things I was told since I was very little. And as I say, our environment, as I said, I've seen a lot of trees been cut that are green trees, and our reserve where I am from the Rosebud Reservation, and the trees are being cut, especially around this time. Long ago, the elders, my folks, what they did was they started to prepare for winter even as early as June. They started to get their firewood ready for that coming winter. Everything they prepared. They dried food. They were ready. When the time came, they had plenty. Now, the new generations that are up now around, they don't do these things. There's big changes. No one has a garden anymore like we did. We used our vegetables all year long because we had a root cellar. My mother was a very really busy woman, always doing these things, and she had us helping her, and I try to keep that up to like just a few years back, because we have the weather change so bad that things don't grow like they used to anymore. That's one of our environmental change that I've seen. Things are not the same anymore. And I truly say that I am not a bit happy that I am still around to see this, because not only the environment, but our young ones have changed too. I see them day in, day out, and I think I think sometimes I'm around strangers, because these children are different from what I've seen when I was growing up. I think we have lost respect. Respect was a thing that I was taught, to have respect for yourself, your family, your home, the environment, and these are all gone. The towns, the villages that we have back there are not the same anymore. It makes me cry to see all this. Well, in that time when my uncles, my great uncles, as I said, told me that we have lost our religion. It was taken away from us. And I remembered when I was about 3 or 4 years old, my folks took me to a ceremony, and it was a ceremonial horse dance. And something happened there when people were all prepared to have this ceremony. Something happened, and then I don't remember. And later my mom told me that the government had sent police over and all the participants were arrested. And after that, this may be in the teens, 1912, somewhere around there. And from that time on, everything went underground, and our religion just left too. So, however, some people practiced underground. And the only thing, clinging hope that I have now is that our young people are trying to come back. Some of them are doing everything else they can to come back and get their religion back, because they know now that without that, we cannot survive. If we go back to it and use it the way we're supposed to, all these things will become in a better way, and our environment, everything will change. But my uncles, my great uncles, and when they told me things, it wasn't that way. They say the whites, the non-Indians that came here, the strangers that came here, are wiring us up. And when we're all wired up, we will extinguish. We will not be around anymore. There is another nationality from another country, another island, they said. He is the color of our skin. He will rule this country. And we hope that your children will not be around then, because it's not going to be the same. Therefore, what they meant was the electricity, the wires that are all around, and every day I sit there and there are more wires coming around, underground, all around us, transmission lines, all around there, and I sit there and look. I have this fear. This is one of the things that I heard way back there that just I have fear in me. That's why today I'm here with tears in my eyes for my grandchildren and all little children. Therefore, when this drum was brought in here, I too signed my name on it. And help us and yourselves so we may live longer on this planet. Thank you.